So this video is going to help you out with question number 4. In your problem, you do have the variable z. It's the same thing as a variable x. It's just a missing number. So just treat it like x. You're still solving for it. Anyways, both your problem and mine are asking us to find the variable. What is the variable equal to? So right away, I noticed that I have a number that's alone on this side. So I'm going to keep that equal sign there. And I'm trying to solve for x. So I'm trying to get all these numbers involved with x over here on this right side to move over with negative 16. In your case, you probably have different numbers, so you got to move all those numbers with that respective number that's left alone. Anyways, looking at my problem, I noticed that x is involved in a relationship with the number 11 and number 3. Now, the relationship between x and these numbers involves operations. So looking at 11, I notice right away that it's being added to my x over 3. So 11 is being added. And in regards to the number 3, I notice that's being divided to x. So now that I kind of identify the key operations involved with x, I can go ahead and do the inverses to these numbers so that they can move over to the negative 16. So let's go ahead and do these inverses to move these numbers around. So as I noted, I'm adding 11, and typically the weakest relationship that you can ever have through operations are the following: addition and subtraction. That's why I'm starting with um, the inverse of adding 11, which is take away 11. So that's why I started off at this point. So I'm taking away 11. Over here, I have a plus 11 minus 11. That goes to 0. That doesn't exist no more. Over here, I do have two negative numbers. You can use a t-chart if you really want to. Both of them will behave like negative numbers, so you would have to add them up. You could also use your calculator. Just make sure you plug it in as negative 16 minus 11. In either case, you will find out that you get a negative 27. You get a negative 27. So let me make that clear. So on the number side, you now have a negative 27. And on your x variable side, you still have x on top of 3. But x is being held by 3 through a specific operation. So in that relationship, 3 is holding on to x by division or through division. So you have to undo the division sign by doing the inverse, which is multiply by a 3. So we're going to multiply this side by 3 and this other side by 3 to move 3 away from x so that 3 can now move with negative 27. Please do not include the times 3 in the bottom. That is not the correct way to get rid of 3. You have to make sure that that times 3 is on top with the x. That way you can eliminate 3 and it will go to 1 and it will leave you alone with x. X is now equal to a multiplication problem between a positive 3 and a negative 27. That means if you can also plug this in your calculator, by the way. You can type in 3 times negative 27. But since we only have one negative number, that means our answer will remain negative. And when we multiply, that will be 21 to 681. I believe the answer is definitely negative 81. That means if you replace x with negative 81 and divide it by 3 and then add 11, you'll get negative 16. But anyways, this concludes your video. You're just doing the inverses of these operations involved with x. X is in a relationship with 11 and 3. So do the inverses to those operations. Always start off with the weakest, which is addition, subtraction, and then end up by undoing either division or multiplication. Anyways, this concludes your videos. I'll see you guys very soon.